I've been out over 5 years. So it has been absolutely amazing to be sharing these last couple days with you all. And just what I would call the camaraderie, the esprit de corps, the breakthroughs, the teamwork has been humbling, inspiring, and absolutely motivating and encouraging. Like, don't you all feel it? It's like, man, you're like feeling on fire. And how do you hold that on the inside and maintain it and keep going? And when I was in the military, you didn't just learn something or cram for a test. You had to ingrain it into your DNA so it was always there so you could keep going. And I know you all have all heard the phrase, Marines don't leave Marines behind. It's so very true. And one particular day, I was out on a mission. And my attack helicopter division had been out there a little over an hour. And it was over 120 degrees outside. Like, the sweat was pouring down my face. You would have thought it would have been that warm here in Vegas, huh? Bring your swimming suits. No, never mind. You wanted to walk around naked out there in Iraq, I tell you that much. And we were flying 300 feet over the desert floor when we got a call from one of the ground controllers. And at this point, mind you, we had been taking out a particular building that was known to have munitions on the inside. You know, bombs, missiles, things that would later be used for IEDs or improvised explosive devices. I'm sure you've all heard about that by now on the news. So we really wanted to take this building out. And we got a call. And you could hear the desperation in this guy's voice. He said, Viper, we have Marines and soldiers in trouble north of the cemetery, and they need your help. Now, honestly, in this moment, if you could have felt the acid bomb explode inside of my stomach, why? Because we only had one missile left on our aircraft, because we've been trying to take out that building. And honestly, that one was left on our aircraft because we hoped we didn't ever have to use it. It was known to be unreliable in close proximity to our troops. But when your Marines and soldiers are in trouble, you answer the call, right? So we headed to the north of the cemetery. We checked in on station, and this time another voice comes back, even more desperate than the first. Viper, we're pinned down. We don't have any ammunition to shoot back with. We don't even have any green smoke to mark our position. Let me know when you can see the glint from my mirror. Folks, when you are signaling with a mirror the size of the palm of your hand, you're in trouble. As I scanned down into that cemetery for any sign of our friendly forces, I saw a small glint come back. Contact, I see you. Viper, do you see that road in front of me that runs from east to west? Follow it to the west. You're going to see another road that runs from north to south. Follow it to the south. You're going to see a building with a tower that sticks out of it with a blue dome at the top. Call when you're in contact that building. I followed the first road to the west. Saw the next road headed south. Saw a couple buildings, a couple towers, blue dome. Contact! Break, 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 right! I quickly yell out. Why? Because now small arms fire was coming out of that tower trying to take me out of the sky. Now pause for a moment. How many times have you been sitting at your desk, viciously knocking down the email in your inbox? The enemy pops up right in front of you. You're like, no, not that client. No. Kidding. We love all our clients. Edit that part out. Well, sometimes you have to break off to the right, think about what you're going to do, come back around and re-engage. That's exactly what we did on that particular day. We broke off to the right, we flew out over the open desert, we came back around, we popped up over the ridge, and now we are searching for that target. Target in sight, my aircraft pops up, we're now looking down on the target, finger on the trigger, waiting to come in range, but most importantly, waiting for that magical phrase. You have permission to engage. Because folks, once we get that permission, we are cleared hot to fire our missiles, bombs, rockets, whatever it is we have on our aircraft to take out that enemy, to take out that target. Now we're cleared, makes sense for clearance, right? Hot Because folks, when missiles, bombs, rockets hit their target, or anything for that matter, they are on fire. They are incendiary. They are hot. That's right. Thank you. They are hot, and we're cleared hot. We got our magical phrase. My fingers on the trigger. Missile away, I call that. I pull the trigger. Nothing happened. Marines and soldiers on the ground, in trouble, possibly getting ready to go into hand-to-hand combat if we don't come through. And that missile did not come off of our aircraft. We quickly communicated. We reset a couple switches. I turned that selector switch back over to that very last missile for one final try. And why was it our last attempt? Because we didn't have enough fuel to come back around for a reattack, because we'd already been out for over that hour. We only had 20 minutes of fuel left when we left the other area. And in a few precious moments, we would be too close to the target for the missile to be able to come off and strike. Pull the trigger one last time. Missile comes off the rail, impacts the target. Jason in the back seat shoots all 26 rockets remaining on the aircraft. We pull off to the right. We head back to base. We land almost out of fuel, completely out of ammo. And I could already hear the voices coming out of the ready room. And I went up to the officer of the day. The Marines and soldiers, what happened with the mission? And he said, ma'am, the target was destroyed. The Marines and soldiers will be coming home tonight.